Barakatha Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles of GMS, and salutations to all of the sincere Akyam. As you can see from the title, man, people are getting roused up and the spirit of war is out here, man. Hundreds of protesters clash with police as riots spread into Paris. Look at the pictures, man. People have had enough. And the so-called white man society is crumbling, man. All of that false decadence is peeling away, man. And Yahweh Shai is stirring up the spirits, man. Hundreds of protesters clashed with police as riots spread into Paris on Wednesday night. Tear gas was used by police as rioting that originated in the suburbs spilled into the French capital around the Barbès metro station close to Gare du Nord. It follows the alleged rape of a young black man named only as Theo by French police. Wickedness. Protesters started fires and smashed windows while there were reports of riot police being attacked and shops looted. Yuppa. Beautiful. Fire crews raced to the scene, extinguishing the blazes as police desperately tried to disperse the crowds. There has been heightened tension in council estates in Paris since February the 2nd, when a 22-year-old youth worker named Theo was allegedly beaten up, raped, and racially abused by police. Nothing new. One unidentified officer has been charged with rape. Fucking wickedness. And 3 more with assault since Theo was sent to hospital where he underwent emergency surgery. So they beat up this Jake so bad that they couldn't even deny it. They had to arrest the officers involved, the wicked officers involved, and he had to have surgery. They opened him up so bad. Oh man. Since the alleged attack, there have been reports of police stations and squad cars being targeted, as well as patrols operating around France. President François Hollande, who has visited Theo, has appealed for calm. Wednesday night's protest at Barbès was illegal as police refused to give permission for it. Man, just look at the pictures, man. And it's primarily Jake and Israelite foreigners that are Jake anyway, man. People are tired, man. People are fucking tired, man, of these wicked higher powers oppressing them, man. And it's all through the spirit of Yahweh Shai that the spirits are getting riled up, man. I just want to grab a few quick scriptures on this. Now, the first one is 2nd Esdras. I believe it's 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter. This is the second, brothers. 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter. I'm going to start from verse 14. And it reads, 2nd Esdras, so this is 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter and the 14th verse. And it reads, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, meaning destruction to the world and all the people that are on it, man, that are not a part of this elect. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. What is the modern day sword? That nuclear weapon, man. Those nuclear missiles. The sword is now the gun, man. The sword is in the shape of these bombs that the white man's gonna be using. These exoskeletons, man. The pocket nukes, you know, the AK rounds, all of that good stuff. The sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. And what did you just see? Although that's primarily talking about when the war properly kicks off, man. What did you just see here? People fighting against each other, man. You see the people fighting against the police, man. Swords in their hand. Obviously, to be politically correct, they didn't show any of that in these images, but you know what's going down in Paris right now, man, and France in general. What city was it? In Barbès and Paris now anyway. People are going wild, man. People are losing their minds, going all kind of crazy. Swords in their hands, man. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Meaning they're not going to give a fuck about all of these authorities, man. People are targeting the police. You know, like in the words of Mobb Deep, there's a war going on outside no one is safe from. And that's real, man. proper real. These people don't care, man. They're attacking anyone that they feel is against them, man. People are coming together. You got Jake coming together in the spirit, even though they don't know that they're doing it because they're all Israel. You got Jake literally rebelling against the so-called white man for touching one of their own, man. And I mean, they're 2/3 and they're going to be destroyed anyway. But the scripture tells you, man, that there's going to be race wars, man. There's going to be race riots, and the 2/3 are going to be heavy into that, man, coming up against the so-called white man in these last days. The scripture said in verse 16, there shall be sedition among men. Now, I've looked up I've got up the Google definition of sedition, and it means conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. So in short, it's like encouraging uprising, encouraging riots, you know, conduct or speech. So people literally just saying, you know what, fuck this, we're going to get together, we're going to link up and we're going to go against the government, we're going to go against the police on some V for Vendetta type stuff. That's what's going on right now, man. People are going crazy against these higher powers, man. Not just in Paris, in the UK also, and a lot of these other foreign countries. You even got it in the west coast of Africa at the moment, in South America, in the land of Babylon, South America, everywhere, man. People are going against their leaders, whether that be Trump, these wicked African leaders, these wicked South American leaders, man. People have had enough, you know, and there's a lot of uprisings right now. And invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. They don't care about the higher powers, the police, the politicians, none of that. None of that. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Why is that? Because of martial law, man, as it goes on to say. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Because all of these little mini events that are happening are going to lead to one thing, and that's martial law, man. And in the time of martial law, when you can't get bread, in the time of martial law, when you can't move freely from one location to another, people are going to grow extremely frustrated, man, when they're locked in one specific location with a lack of food, man. Let 3 days go by without some food and see how you get. Trust me, especially when you got the additional pressure of martial law and these troops literally banging on your door, making you obliged to curfews. People are going to lose it, man, and go crazy. And it's Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Ra'azah, that time be soon, man, because we want to get the fuck out of this wicked kingdom. I've got 2 more scriptures to grab, which are Luke, the 21st chapter and the 9th verse first. Now, let me just grab that 1 second. Luke 21 and verse 9, which reads, but when ye shall hear, so in fact, let me just put a bit of a backstory behind this. This is when the disciples asked Yahweh Shai what the signs of the last days would be, and this is exactly what he answered them. Luke 21 verse 9, but when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. So in short, he was saying they would hear about a lot of wars, man, rumors of wars, uprisings of the people, but he encouraged them to know that these were just signs of the end, man, and these things had to come to pass before his return. So he was telling his disciples, you're going to see uprisings of the people. There's going to be things much worse than these little riots in France at the moment, man. People are actually going to start getting shot soon all across the Eurozone and America. But Yahweh Shai told us not to worry, man, because he's going to deliver us through that time. Lord willing, we be members of the elect, as Psalms 91 will go on to tell you. Psalms 23 also, you know. But Yahweh Shai told the disciples not to be terrified of these things, man. Verse 10, then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And I mean, you're going to have race wars in this society. It's starting already. You got Jake banding up together saying, fuck these Edomites, or in their terms, fuck these so-called white people, because they're doing nothing but oppressing us, man. And they're coming against the police. They're coming up against the greater powers. That old school NWA spirit is being roused up. Obviously, brothers that are members of the elect, we're not going to be involved in the race riots. We're going to destroy Esau in righteousness, but Lord willing, we'll be members of that number through spiritual power, man, that the Lord's going to give us, not through carnality. Anyway, verse 11, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences and fearful sights, and great signs there shall there be from heaven. And I mean, earthquakes, There's been thousands and thousands of earthquakes. I did a video previously, and every year the amount of earthquakes, and this is just the ones that are actually recorded. The amount of earthquakes that happen seems to continuously go up. And famines, all you got to do is check out South America, what's going on in Venezuela, man. Some of these West African countries, people can't even get clean water, man. And pestilences, man. A lot of these places you can't grow food in right now. And fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. We've had a lot of blood moons, man. We've had a lot of shooting stars, a lot of planetary movement. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is setting the scene, man. In Genesis, the 1st chapter, he said that the lights in the sky would serve as a sign, man. And trust me, he's given us the signs. It's really round the corner. Verse 12, but before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into the prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. So in short, brothers are going to go through some hell, whoever it's allotted to, because Yahweh Shai also did say that not everyone will taste of death, man, meaning not everyone will have to be put to death for this truth. But hey, some brothers are, man, and you know, whoever's lot that is, the Most High deems you capable of dealing with it. But you got to literally maintain that faith. It could be any one of us, brothers, including myself. It could be anyone, man. You just got to hope that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai maintains that spirit in you, man. You know, and it shall turn, verse 13, and it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts not to meditate before what ye shall answer. So don't worry about what you're going to say. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. So in short, don't even worry about it. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai got you, man. The Most High, Lord willing, you be members of that number. Lord willing, we all be members of that number. The Most High is going to give us the wisdom that we need to get through any situation that we get put through by Esau, man. So fear not the one that can kill the flesh, but he that killeth the soul, man, being the Father, you know. Anyway, I'm going to finish this off with Matthew's the 24th verse, chapter, Salakia, and the 7th verse. Now that reads, in fact, let me start from verse 5. In fact, verse 4. Matthew 24 and the 4th verse. And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. These are Yahweh Shai's words again. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, or I am anointed, and shall deceive many. And it's not just these false Christians with Cesare Borgia. You got the Muslims out there. You got the Black Unconsciousness. You got these false Israelite groups. A lot of them set up to literally be a stumbling block unto the wicked, because there's no enchantment against Jacob, man. No divination against Israel. The elect shall not be swayed. No, Numbers 23, all of that good stuff. Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumours of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Wars and rumours of wars. All you're hearing about is this Cold War between America and Russia. And you've got Donald Trump trying to repair relationships. Hey, it ain't going to happen, man. It's not going to happen. And even amongst the EU and America, you've got skirmishes going on. You've got Germany backing up America, saying, if you feel under Donald Trump you don't need to trade with us, then safe, keep it moving, and we'll see how far you get with that. Literally, the scripture says that the horns, being that these NATO nations would hate the whore and shoot fire on her, man. And you best believe, man, it's gonna happen according to scripture, just as everything else Yahweh Shai prophesied happened. Anyway, you shall hear of wars and rumours of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. You've got the upper class and the lower class, man. People are going crazy right now. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. I just wanted to reiterate that by reading it first in Luke and also in Matthew's, man. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. So basically, the spirit of malice is going to be heavy out here, as preluding to 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, man. You know, in the last days, many shall wax worse. And many false prophets shall arise, and shall deceive many, man. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So people are going to literally be cold-hearted naturally, and you can feel it in the air, man. You can feel it, you can spiritually feel it, that as the years go on, the folly increases, that people get more wicked, and hey, man, just more and more confusion is pushed out here. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved, man. So in short, it's gonna get real hectic out here, man. Jake are gonna keep fighting against these so-called white people carnally, even though they can't take them down. But it's all because Yahweh has set these wicked niggas up to be destroyed. So the uprisings are gonna keep on happening. The uprisings are gonna keep on happening. Jake are gonna keep on getting oppressed by these so-called white people until we get out here, man. And Yahweh we be members of the elect. The Most High, preluding to Psalms 23 and Psalms 91, is going to protect us, man. And with only with our eyes shall we live to see the punishment of the wicked, man, because we made the Most High our trust. That's Psalms 91. But hey, this is just a small example. More skirmishes, more uprisings, more race wars to report on real soon. Shalom, Akim. Shalom.